Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. This is Glam Essence here on YouTube channel. So I'll be showing you exactly how I made this gathered gown with Basque waistline and this stylish sleeve that you are seeing. So in this video I will first of all I'll show you the pattern drafting method I used, a very detailed tutorial video. Please do not skip an inch in this video, okay? So you'll be able to see every detail, every technique that I used for the outcome of this gown, okay? So thank you so much. If you are a returning subscriber and if this is your first time, you are welcome, and do well to subscribe, do well to like, share to your friends so they can watch and also learn this tutorial video. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is to draw out my starting line, or you can call it your shoulder line, and then I'll divide my hip into 4 plus 3 inches and add and know the length of width that I'll be using for the front pattern drafting. So now is to get my horizontal line. So the first thing I'll do is to get my shoulder line to my bust point, which is 9.5 inches for me, and then 13 inches for my under bust length, and then 17 inches for my waistline. My waistline is 17 inches, guys. So I'll do the same thing on the other side of my front pattern piece. I'll get my bust point and then my under bust and then my waistline as well, as you can see. And after this, I will use my straight rule to connect the points together in a straight line like this. So after connecting my points using my straight rule, I'll go ahead to mark my desired neckline and neck width. For me, I used 3 inches and then the shoulder length of 7 inches because that's my shoulder length. And then for the shoulder slant for the front, I came down by 1.5 inches only for the front. Then for my chest line, I divided my bust by 6 and added 1.5 inches to it. Please look how I placed my tape to get my chest line. I started exactly on my shoulder area like this, okay? So go ahead and do the same thing for your own measurement. So the next thing is to get my chest line so I can curve my armhole. So after getting my chest line, I slanted for my armhole straight line. And then the next thing is to get my armhole measurement. But before then, let us complete for the neckline and neck width. Remember I said for my neckline, I used 3.3 inches and then for the length 3 inches. But at the end of this video, I did not later use this neckline of 3 by 3 inches, okay? So just make sure you use your own desired neckline. You can use square neck. It all depends on your own choice, okay? So I'll go ahead to label my pattern for the front piece. Remember that this is our front pattern piece, okay? So after this, the next thing I will do now is to get my bust measurement divided by 4 and then mark it so that I will have a guide to draw out my armhole curve, as you can see. So on my armhole line, I will divide it into 2. That is, I'll get the midpoint, and then on the center, that's midpoint, I'll come in by 0.075, okay, and not half inch. So guys, I'll connect it like this. You can see how I am placing my armhole curve. Please do well to place your armhole curve this way because it will give you the perfect fit for your armhole area. So the next thing I will do to get our waist, that is where our upper piece is going to stop, I will come down by 6 inches starting from my waistline. Sorry, this video did not capture this side, so look closely. I'll come down by 6 inches, as you can see on the video, because this Basque waistline is not very deep, as you can see on the video. So the next thing I will do right now, guys, is to mark my circumferences on my bust point and then on my waistline. But before we proceed with that, I will mark my dart measurement. Okay, so guys, the next thing I'll do now is to get my dart measurement, which is 3.5 inches, the nipple to nipple measurement for mine. And then starting from my under bust, I will mark it a straight line down to the length of my gown. I've not really gotten the full length for this upper piece, so for now just follow the steps. Okay, so I will mark half inch in and out of the straight line for my dart and connect it like this. Look closely how I'll be connecting it. It is going to be straight all the way to the end of our piece. Okay, so just make sure that your half inch starts at your waistline like so. So guys, this is the dart that I'm using. So the next thing I will do now is to start taking my circumferences. Remember, for this dart intake, it is 1 inch. Okay, so on my waist area divided by 4, I will mark it. Then I will replace this 1 inch dart intake, and then on the hip line, which is my extension from the waist, I also divided my hip by 4 and then replace the dart. You can see I went ahead to blend this waist area. Okay, make sure to blend it, let it not be pointed. You can go ahead to blend it. Okay guys, just make sure to follow these steps the way I am doing already in this video. So the next thing I'll do is to come down by 2 inches from my hip line and then connect it using my rule like this. Sorry, my camera was not able to capture this part, but definitely at the back piece I am going to show you. So what we are going to do now is bust dart intake, and this is going to eliminate any bulge around this bust area and also give it a fitted look. Okay, so for mine, the difference between my front and back is 2 inches, and then I'll connect it all to the way to the center point of my front piece like this. So before the end of this video, we are still going to close up this bust dart. So guys, what I am doing now is to extend this bust dart line so that by the time we close it up or stitch it down, if you wish to, in your fabric, you are not going to be running out of fabric on this area. So this is the front piece of our gown. This is the front upper piece, guys. So for the back piece, I will go ahead to mark from my starting line. I will mark my chest line, which is 7.5 inches, and then I will mark my waistline, which is 15 inches. Remember that your front piece, your front body is longer than or higher than the back bodies because you have the boobs at the front area of your body. So that is why my waistline or my half length is 15 inches, guys. So also from my half length for the back, I came down by 6 inches, just the same way I did for the front, and that is what I marked just now. So at this point, I will go ahead to mark my neckline and my shoulder length as well. Then for my back shoulder, I slanted by 1 inch. Remember I said for my front piece I came down by 1.5 inch. So for the back piece it will be 1 inch, okay, because this will help give a balanced fit on your body. Trust me guys, if you look at this video, if you look at the gown as I putting it on, you can see that it fits so perfectly well. It is not very tight that I cannot even move my body, but it gives me this comfort and a little bit space with very elegant look, making it to relax perfectly on my body. So if you use this measurement and this technique I am showing you, you are not going to be having any problem with this gown. Okay, so for the armhole area, I came in by 1/2 inch, and then connected it this way as well. So the next thing I'll do now is to eliminate zipper bulge. For us to start with this, on my waistline I will come in by 1 inch. As you can see, any zipper bulge, it is automatically going to eliminate it. So I'll connect it all the way to the neckline like this, and then I'll connect this other side down to the length of the upper piece, as you can see on the video. So the next thing I will do right now is to start taking my measurement from this line. So before I do that, I will go ahead to insert my nipple to nipple measurement, which is my dart. Okay, my nipple to nipple measurement. I'll first of all mark my circumference on my chest line, and then insert my dart. Of course, you know that if you are starting from this end point, your dart measurement is going to be plus the 1 inch elimination zip allowance that we did. So I'll connect it all the way to the chest line, to the full length of this piece. For you to start your dart intake at the back, make sure you start 1 inch above your bust measurement, or even from the point of your chest line. So that is the easiest way of having a perfect and very well toned dress while inserting your darts, guys. So I will also go ahead to connect my dart like this, making sure that I mark ½ inch on both sides of the line, and then from the waistline I will connect the dart in a straight line as well. Okay, so guys, you can see my dart is 1 inch. So I'll go ahead to start marking my circumferences. I'll mark my circumference on the waistline, and then I will replace the dart intake, which is 1 inch, and then on the hip line, which is the 6 inches extension from the waist, I will divide my hip by 4 and then replace the 1 inch dart intake, as you can see on the video. Then I will use my rule to connect it like this, as you can also see on the video. Okay, and then on this waist area I will go ahead to blend it using my marker. I don't want to have a sharp end. So you can see, looking at this right now, you can see that the front piece is still longer than the back piece. So by the time for us to get the curve, we are going to extend and come down by 2 inches at the back. You can see that red line, and then I'll connect it to the side. So you can use slant curve, or you can also use your straight rule, just as I am using. So this is the back piece, and then this is the front piece, guys. This is just basically the pattern drafting for the front and the back piece of this my dress, as you can see, but there is a bit difference. The front piece is still longer than the back piece. So let us just stick around and see how I am going to bring the two sides to equilibrium. So the first thing I will do is to cut it out like this. After cutting it out, I will make sure to also extend my zipper bulge intake by taking out 0.25 on both sides of my waistline, and then connect it all the way to the side like this. So guys, this, if you do exactly this, trust me, your zipper is going to be sitting very perfect on your back. This is exactly how I made that dress that you are seeing me put on in this video. So I'll go ahead to cut it open like this, and then after cutting it open, I will also go ahead to cut the other side of my piece open, because if you don't cut this side I'm about to cut now, trust me, you will find it difficult closing up this zipper bulge intake, trust me. So just make sure you cut open this other side and then go ahead to close up this zipper area, okay, using your masking tape. because this is just the perfect way of closing up your dart using your masking tape. Please do not use your pins to close up that. Okay, so the next thing I'll do now is to cut out this area. Trust me, after cutting it out, by the time we place it on our fabric, then we are going to add our 1-inch zipper allowance. Okay, you can also do it here on the pattern paper, but I didn't add it because maybe I don't want to run out of fabric. So at this point, this zipper area, I am still going to be adding my 1-inch zipper allowance while cutting it out on my fabric. So please don't skip this side, guys. So the next thing I'll do right now is to cut. I'll first of all start with the cutting of the back, as you can see on the video, and then after cutting for the back, you can see how it is looking. I will head over to cutting for the front. Okay, guys. So guys, this is the front piece. Just watch closely and see how I am going to cut it open. And you can see I started with the side of this front piece. I did not start from the upper area. So I'll go ahead to open up that area on the down part, and then I will take up the down part and close up the upper point, as you can see on the video. This is the easiest way of closing or eliminating bust dart. Trust me, you have to start from the down piece and then pick it up, close it up like this, and use your masking tape and gum it together. So at this point, I'll go ahead to blend my sewing allowance like this, and that is the essence of that extension. Because if you cut the side this way without adding that extension, especially when it is on your fabric, trust me, you may run out of fabric. Okay, and you may make mistake of eliminating your fitting for this dress. Okay, so you can see the front piece, how it is looking. This is just our upper piece for the gown. This is the upper piece for the making of this gown. You can see this side of the back and then this side of the front. They are already on the same length. As you can see, they are already on the same length. You can go ahead to measure yours with your rule. You can go ahead to measure yours with your measuring tape. You will see you get the same length. Okay, so this is just basically how I got that dress you are seeing. So the next video we'll head over to the cutting and the sewing of this gown. Okay, thank you so much for stopping by.